Welcome in, beautiful souls. I had a vision here of, well, a few things here. Now, Spirit wanted me to pull out some cards, and so, as always, I do as I'm asked. Now, I think this reading isn't for everyone. I think this is for some people that have been going through some really hard stuff. And, so yeah, I think it's more for people that are really in the midst of, you know, something, has very shocking has come into your world. So the first thing that happened is I had a vision of an octopus, and it was like climbing this pole, but the pole kept sinking. The more it climbed, the pole just kept sinking further the more it climbed up. So it gave me this impression that it seemed like no matter what somebody was doing, they just kept sinking. They weren't getting anywhere. And the only thing, though, is the important thing to know about an octopus is that, well, one, they're very flexible, they're very intelligent, and they're also a very rare species. So this tells me that this is somebody that, you're a very rare being, and a very special being, even though that you might not think it in this very moment that you're hearing this, but in time, hopefully you will, because octopus, or octopi, I guess, they are very intuitive, and this is like something about having like some kind of hidden knowledge in your unconscious. And, it's about primal instincts too. They're able to regenerate a limb, detach it, and then regenerate it. So this tells me that you're going through some kind of big transformation. And they're also able to find their way out of anything. I mean, you could put them in some kind of like maze and they will find their way out and through. And they can, like, because they're so flexible, like they can like really like into this area, into that, you know what I mean? They can like navigate in all these really cool things. Now, so this kind of tells me that you could have gotten yourself into like this really tough situation. Now, the other thing that I saw, so I had 3 different visions. So the next one that I saw was a seahorse. And again, seahorses are very unique, and they also go with the flow of things. So that is all about trusting that you'll have success coming through with a steady perseverance. So what, speed is not the thing, right? So, and then plus they talked a lot about nurturing, because seahorses, the way it works is the males carry the eggs until they are hatched. So that is, talking about that male, feminine, equal balance type thing, right? So, there's also, seahorses are actually good luck and are seen as a guide for safe passage. Now, I'm not saying that you're having good luck right now, but I'm saying that your guide, with the right instructions and the right teachings and following, that you will have good luck. Now, the other thing I saw was an actual horse. Now, horses are all about freedom and power and independence, and again, transformation. They're also very stable and very intuitive and sensitive animals. Now, they actually, horses have been known, and it's been studied actually, that whatever human is working with them, they mirror back, like because they sense all of the humans' sensitivities and their moods. So this is something that you probably can do, and you're probably not aware of it. So this tells me that you're very a very strong empath. And the other reason why I believe that, not just because of the vision of the horse, but because of the deck that Spirit, I did a reading just about an hour or 2 ago, and I was putting all my cards away, and when I picked this up to put it away, they said, no, leave that out for this next reading. And I said, oh, because this is my empath deck. So this is to teach you something or to help you understand something. I don't know what that is yet. Now, Also horses have, I'm not saying that you're a horse, I'm just saying it's like a metaphor, okay? Because that's how spirit talks to me, is through like metaphors, right? So, the so really horses, like, they're very strong, and they're considered a bridge between the two realms, like the physical and the spiritual. Again, that has a lot to do with balance, and they teach harmony between like a wild independence and a social duty. And it's about, I guess it's that balance between personal freedom and responsible action. So then that leads to these cards here that are out on the table. And here, it's this card here on the bottom, this tree card, is like, be receptive. So you're being asked right now to just be receptive to the information. You don't have to do anything with it. But, this card's stuck here, and this tells me that they want to teach you that you can manifest a new world for yourself. So right now they want me to talk about these. So we have the on-seeing anxiety. Now this is where, like, dark thoughts and frightful suspicions that keep us from standing in our power. This is how the unknown or the mysterious can be viewed in a negative way. Like, some kind of shock could put us in a fright, or I want to say fright, but I said fright, but I meant to say fight or flight. So this could have caused some kind of internal fright within you. So it put you in that type of fright, fight, flight response. And all this keeps ourselves, like, it keeps us from our power, or for sitting on our throne, right? Now, the other one here is snuffed out. So you could be feeling like really burned out right now. Like, you might feel like your drive has been like extinguished, like your feelings of being like defeated, or like beat up by life, or uninspired, out of steam. There's many voices, like, from the outside of us and the inside of us, and few are encouraging. You know what I mean? Now, the other thing too is this one here, the nurturing here with boundaries. To me, this represents an egg, and, like, you see this big crack in the egg. So this tells me that that you've been, like, cracked open. So this is about, like it says, nurturing boundaries, but this is about like, it's a time to grow beyond the boundaries and the limits, and beyond your creative circumstances. This also has to do with your intuition, and this is about finding a place to heal after being cracked open, a place to move from the past. So, I mean, I get the feeling this is something that's been very current, like very raw, very now type thing that's going on. Now, nourishing the roots here. This is about nourishing, like, all the many sides of oneself, and learning what you need. So connecting with yourself, both the inner and your outer world, to heal, revitalize. This card actually represents, like, good medicine, and it's also about getting around obstacles, because these are like tree roots, right? So tree roots will grow around big boulders and around other roots, and they'll, like, to find their way for the nourishment, right? So this kind of gives me, again, that octopus, you know what I mean? Like, how they're able to get themselves out of, like, sticky situations and difficult situations. Now we have the intuitive what is going on? Navigation. Now, the intuitive navigation here, this is about trusting your sense of direction and energy flow, waking dreams and creative thinking, about deep relationships with your sense of the how and when to make your moves, right? And this is about, it's unique to you. They're bringing up that unique again. So you're somebody very rare here, like a language of your spirit, right? That's unique to you. And playing with that guidance it offers. You know, that's funny because I noticed that under this card here, be receptive, says playfulness. So they just brought that up again about, you know, your intuition and trying to figure that out. And, you know, you might feel detached from that right now. And that could be why you're having so much like a fight or flight or fright type of situation here. Now, we have empathic offering. Now, this is like flowing with the feelings of life, like giving and making an offering to oneself, like finding where your needs and that of the world meet and going there with passion. And this is about one's calling. This is about how to materialize and being a service to others. And this is not about like the dogma of self-sacrifice, but this is like a genuine self-interested desire that is received in the world as something others need. So what is it that you truly love? And you know, the other thing too, I noticed when I tried to pick up the deck, manifest was on the bottom. So this card does have a lot to do with this manifest here. So, yeah, that's quite interesting. They did that. So I'm going to bring out one of these here and see what they want to, I don't know, show you, teach you, help you understand. Let me cut this spirit. Okay, they're going to have me cut the deck. This one or this one? Oh, I don't know which one. Oh, this one. That's funny because, oh, when I did that last reading, and this card was on, after I pulled the other two, that card was on the bottom of the deck. And I said, do you want me to take this card, Spirit? And they said, no, that's for the next reading. And here it is. Evolutionary empath. No kidding. I love when they do that. Oh my God. I love that. And to prove it to you, you can go and watch that other video just so that, I haven't even named it yet, but it's like an hour and 30 minutes or something crazy. I was just like, oh my God, it's so long. But then here we are. That's funny. Evolutionary empath, because I was talking about how, look at all these, from all these planets, because they were talking to me earlier about how, like, all the planets that are lining up now, and after, like, with, as soon as, I think it's, I don't know if it's around the same time or after, there's a portal, the Lions portal, which is 8/8, which is August 8th, and they're talking about, like, all this energy that's going to be coming from all these planets, because all these planets are lining up. And I don't know if it's these particular ones. I can't remember what they told me which ones, but, you know, we have like all this energy and stuff like that coming off all these planets. So I was talking about that in the last video, and I was saying like how all this energy is coming to the earth, but also the earth is giving out the same, like giving out equal energy back to these other planets. So they're all like working in unison, right? And number 36 breaks down to a 9. So let me just set these aside for now. So what is it that you want here? Yeah, they were talking about like your crown too, putting on your crown, sitting on your throne. Okay. Whoa, what's this? Thorns weave together the crown you deserve. Yeah, I was just talking about the crown, funny spirit. You know, 14 breaks down to a breaks down to a 5, and 5s are about change. Do you have another card here you want to? Expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. You see she's smelling this flower. See all these spirits here around her, little fairy. Yeah, the dragons slay them all. Don't slay a dragon though. Oh, nostalgia, that you might be going through that right now. You could be, haven't even seen this card before. Focus on the here and now. Yeah, try not to think about the past or the future. Just think about the very moment that you're in right now. Number 33. Yeah, a little storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. Do it for you. That's just what this means all about here. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Yeah. Okay. So they have, if you're new to my channel, this is how my readings work. They have the cards above and the cards below correspond with the cards above. So, you know, nourishing your roots. This is about thinking now. Nurturing your boundaries. This is about, you know, don't seek anyone's approval here. Oh, I didn't turn this one over. Well, snuffed out, forgive. Oh, more red roses. Are those apples? Those are apples. Or tomatoes. Because apples don't grow in bushes, they grow on trees. So these must be tomatoes, I think. Okay. And then we have here, like, you know, we have the intuitive navigation. You know, look how rough that water is. And here the storm. Well, she's cold. She's holding on to her crown the best she can, running barefoot through it. And then here she's in the snow with wearing a sundress. Like, do it for yourself. You know what I mean? It has empathic offering here. Okay. Something here. There's a message in this here for you. Let's see what the message is. Excuse me. The Bestseller. Okay. The children's book. Oh, we'll try to pick it up, and not all the cards would pick up here. The mystery. Look at that. And that's what this was all, like my download was all about. Like, or, well, these cards is about the mystery, right? Being worried about the mystery. Yeah. Okay. Something about this mystery. The circulation desk. Reverse. So we have 2 in the upright and 2 in reverse. Let's see what else they want here. The autobiography. Yeah. What is your story? See how she's being mirror. It's like a mirror here. Just like they were talking about with the horses, how they mirror. You know, if you're mirroring other people's, yeah, you're classic, right? You're a classic. You're one of a kind. You're rare. They're bringing up that mirroring. That's the type of energy you are, because that's probably why you've gone through such a hard time. It's to help waken you, to bring you in, to crack you open, to bring you into this type of energy, because this is a way better situation for you. Like, I know it doesn't probably feel like it right now, but it will in the end. Okay, so what is this? The Bestseller here. Persistence, triumph, recognition. Yeah, because you notice how it's like the unseating this anxiety here, and then it has like the thorns weave together the crown you deserve. So, you know, this tells me that you've been through a lot here, especially where it's persistence, triumph, and recognition. So, what is this here? When the bestseller shows up in a reading, it represents effort leading to success. You can trust that your creativity and courage are going to pay off. Ask yourself, is there a goal I am working toward? Am I feeling impatient because I don't see the results yet? Can I cultivate more patience? Consider too what is already succeeding. Often in our quest for the next victory, we forget to celebrate the successes that we already have right here, right now. So the children's book. Oop. Yeah, the awe, the innocence, new beginnings. See, you might feel like your flame's been like extinguished here, but it isn't. Oh, look, I just noticed, little red, and it's a red candle. Look, and the word red, and all these tomatoes. You even have a red bird here, and red buildings. There's even red books. So the children's book encourages you to connect with a childlike sense of awe, amazement, and wonder. This is like a mystery, right? This is what they're talking about when you're going into your like what's unique to us. You know what I mean? Like our like our language of our spirit. Do you know what I mean? Like it has to do with like trusting your sense of direction and the energy flow. This is what's unique to you, and playing with the guidance that it offers, right? So, you're being led somewhere, and like you can see this path here going. Okay, let's see here. So, how do you reconnect with your inner child? Perhaps reread a book you loved as a kid, bake a favorite childhood treat, or go outside and experience the world with fresh eyes, as if you're seeing everything for the first time. This card can also herald a new beginning. If there's something in your life that feels stagnant, painful, or heavy with regret or cynicism, you have an opportunity to begin again. And I know that that's happened because it's underneath the snuffed out card, and then the very next card is cracked open. So whatever has happened to you, it literally feels like it's, put out all your energy, your fire, your, everything. And I also see this here, I keep thinking that this is Mars, and Mars is a very heavy masculine, so you could be a masculine, though you don't have to be. You could just be in your masculine if you're a female, right? Because, when you go through difficult things, we tend to go more into our masculine because it's more the logical thinking, like, what do I do now? How do I manage this? How do I get there? How do I find a house? How do I, how do I? And it's all about, that logical thinking that men do, right? Trying to solve the problem, see a problem, solve the problem. That has a lot to do with that, the octopus that I keep seeing, because that's what octopi do. They, they see a problem, they ponder it, they figure it out, they use all their logical thinking. But when it comes to their survival, they use their primordial, like, instincts, right? Okay, what's going on here with the mystery? The mystery, yeah, this is the uncertainty, yeah, the adventure, the intrigue, yeah. And it's in reverse. So this in reverse says, this may signal that a mystery has been solved and clarity is here. Is there an answer staring you square in the face? Are you pretending you don't know what to do next? Even when you really do. Like I was just saying, how like that primordial instinct to survive and to save oneself. So really that's like, listening to your intuition, right? Even though like that fear might have put you into like, what do I do? Where do I go? You know what I mean? But these are expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval to do this. Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, you have to listen to what's within you, not what's within someone else. Yeah. Okay, so the circulation desk here, and this is about the nostalgia, focus on the here and now, the nourishing your roots. Okay, and this is in reverse too. So this is organization, information, and direction. Just like, the roots, they find a direction which way to go, and they go, right? So in the reverse, when reverse, this card suggests looking inward to make a decision rather than seeking advice from other people. I just finished saying that. Funny spirit. Well, it's good to gather opinions. Excessive information can be overwhelming and cloud your judgment. What is one thing that you know with certainty? Okay. Well, that's good advice. Okay. So, what do you want to go over here? We have wolf on the bottom, which is, I listen to my inner thoughts and trust my insights. I surround myself with supportive people and like mind and heart. Okay. Intuitive navigation and storm. What do you want for this here, Spirit? You want me to split the deck for this one? I brought it to number 18, which is, I lead with my heart and trust that the outcome is for the highest good of all involved. Wow. The turtle. Number 13, the guidance of the turtle. I take inspired action and move through my fear. Yeah, do it for you. Exactly. Move through your fear. And yeah. It's on the bottom. The dolphin, guidance of the dolphin. My vulnerability encourages connection with others. I express myself so I can be seen and understood. Yeah, that's using your voice. Very good, Spirit. Is there another card? I feel like there's another card in here. Whoa. Crab. I honor my feelings and nurture what needs to heal. Yeah. 32, guidance of the scorpion. I examine my own toxic tendencies. I am vulnerable with myself and others. And another 33, which is I celebrate my natural beauty. Guidance of the peacock. Yeah, wild card here. I am divine union with Gaia's guidance. I explore my untamed nature to be a service to the world. They brought that up again because that's what the empathic offering is. Being of service. But it has to be something that you love to do. Yeah, butterflies are all about transformation. Is that it? Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Yeah. See, that's the thing too about going into the when you have these circumstances that happen, like where you're cracked open with pain, not all of us are willing to go into our spiritual side of things until we're cracked open into the pain. Being human, we're very stubborn type energies that we just don't like to change, right? So, but this has a lot to do with about the unknown, like worried about the unknown and like the mysteries. Like that's what this card here is all about, right? You know, how to stand in your power, how to put on your crown, how to sit on your throne and go into these realms of not understanding. And, you know, I can see how at times it could be scary, like, you know, thinking that you're dealing with demons and all that kind of stuff, but that's not the case if you have, you know, follow the right guides, right? The right guidance. Oh, what? Past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration, you know, and that's what, you know, that's what happens. Yeah, you're definitely in leadership role here. Yeah. Yeah, you could be going through a lot of anger right now. Okay. The possibility, yeah, finding out what those possibilities are. So it says, raise your standard, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential because you're an old soul. Like I said, you're very rare. So leadership here is step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. You know, this is what I was saying about nurturing your boundaries. Like, don't worry about seeking anyone's approval. This is your leadership role that you need to follow. You know, I notice all these unicorns here, or not all of them, but some of them have these like light. So this tells me that you have a lot of light to give. So the innocence here also tells me that you probably are like pure of heart as well. So take time to play, nurture your inner child, and live with a childlike sense of wonder. You know, they mentioned that again already in another card. Anger. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. So you notice it comes right out on storm. With every hurricane comes to an end. Yeah, and this kind of gives me, it blows in and it blows back out. Yeah, they're trying to bring awareness to your, yeah, to bring you freedom. Well, I was just saying, oh, and this is a horse. And you know what's funny? Oh, that's a Pegasus actually, but because horses are all about freedom. So awareness here, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. No kidding, Spirit. Yeah, and to bring you to the prosperity, and that's what they were talking about with the other card here with these with the trees, to bring you into manifesting. They want you to follow your guide and your intuition, because your intuition is going to lead you into the right place. Okay, Spirit, what do you want here? You're ungrounded. Oops, what's this? Healing energy. Yeah. You need that healing energy to, yeah, a little inner growth. It's going to bring this cracked open egg's going to bring inner growth. Is there another, what else do you want here? Yeah, I noticed that they have it, like this horse looks like it's running on top of the clouds. Or actually it's a Pegasus. So you can ground with the trees. Use the trees for healing. You know, every time you feel like you're really in a down and out, get somewhere where there's trees and lean on the trees and sit. Or walk through the forest or whatever. It'll help the healing process. Yeah, leadership. Look, I am. Knowing that you're a big part of the universe. Well, your instinct, yeah. with nourishing your roots. It's about your intuition, nourishing. It's instinct. Look, the universe. Oh, this card didn't want to come up. Yeah, look, it's overthinking. Okay, so what do you want here for the awareness? Yeah, let it go. Let it go. We'll go with the flow. Well, I just split it on inner growth again. See the light, be the light. Delight, yeah. The natural rhythm. What's this? Duality, yeah, that's fun in the balance, right? Well, make a wish. This doesn't look like a seed. I didn't think that was a tree card. I thought it might have been a seed. Oh, damn me. The synchronicities. Watch for the synchronicities. That's what's going to lead you. Look, I split on inner growth again. Inner growth. Okay, so then there's this card here. Your evolutionary empath. Let's see here. Oh, where's that? Did I put it in the box? Oh, no, there it is. Number 36. Let's see what they want you to know here. Okay, whoops. Beloved soul, you make a courageous decision to incarnate on planet Earth with a very specific set of sensitivities, a highly refined, energetic philosophy, oh my God, spirit. Philosophy, I can't even say it. Oh my God. An ability to connect to the unseen realms and a cosmic mission to support the evolution of humanity. You are an empath. Although your life experiences might have shown you that you are a black sheep or an outsider, you may be, or maybe you were misunderstood or even ridiculed. It is time to recognize that those experiences served a greater purpose. You are a way shower, a groundbreaker. Invite the pain, confusion, fear, loneliness, and doubt into your experience to alchemically transform into the substance that gives you the strength to own your blessings and stand in your authentic self. Oh my God, it's like my tongue is all swollen. With full consciousness, it is time to accept your unique nature, manifest your gifts, and embrace your role in the evolution of human consciousness. I told you you were. Empaths are born with a variety of gifts in varying degrees of expression. There is one set of qualities that makes one an empath, from the ability to merge with and absorb the energy of other beings, people, animals, and anything with life force, to connecting with angels, the dead, or unseen realms of spirit. You have psychic and intuitive abilities such as reading people's energies, accessing the Akashic records, or communicating with animals. There is more of you coming to the planet every day. As we have established, most empaths possess a sensitive nervous system as well as sensitivity to light, sound, vibration, chemicals, certain foods, scents, and anything artificial. And that's why I was saying that I think you might be concerned about, dealing with demons or something. Empaths are known for having huge hearts and a desire to serve others. Empaths value harmony in relationships, in their environment, and in their own energy field. Empaths perceive things that other people don't. And for most empaths, the early part of their life is spent living from the shadow aspect of these qualities. This means that they are unaware of their sensitivities and usually experience the unhealthy side of their gifts, such as codependence or a lack of boundaries, until they come to understand that they're an empath. Just like I was saying earlier when I was talking about the octopus, the octopus, the seahorse, and the horse. The oracle of the evolutionary path is here with a clear message. The time of pain and confusion is finished. The time of hiding and playing small is over. The time of denial and suppression has ended. Only when you fully embrace that you are an empath, only when you choose to walk in consciousness with your gifts as an ally instead of an adversary, will you begin to shine and thrive in the world. You cannot change who you are, and denial will only cause you more grief and keep you divorced from your center. The planet needs your gifts, dear one. When you are in alignment with your true self, this message will be resonant and carry effortlessly into the world. Are you ready to accept this change or charge? Your soul made this choice and did not set you up to fail. You have legions of spiritual guides, animal totems, elementals, and light beings standing by to lift you up and support you. And you see all those things that I was showing you, like here, like all these like energies and the fairy and all that, the trees, these are all here to support you. And I thought you might have been really connected to animals and nature, because they had me bring out a lot of like the unicorn deck and my guidance of Gaia, which is the cards that have all the animals in them there. Okay. In order to live a greater coherence with your own nature, the oracle of Oh, sorry, I missed something here. The oracle of evolutionary empath is here with a clear message. The time of pain and confusion is finished. The time... Oh, hold on. Did I already read that? Yeah, I already did. In order to live in greater coherence with your own nature, the oracle of the evolutionary empath asks you to consider what changes you need to make in your environment, relationships, dietary habits, hobbies, mindset, or profession to create the peace and harmony needed for you to thrive. You cannot continue ignoring your sensitivities or your needs. Your nervous system needs purging in order to reset and return to a normal state. To establish your own personal baseline, let go of any outside influences telling you what normal is supposed to look like. Trust that you know what your own normal is, even if it looks radically different from what others consider normal. And you know, it has here like, don't seek anyone's approval. You're a leader. There's leadership here for you, like needed here for you. Absolutely, Spirit. I knew that too. Okay. In addition, consider where you need to draw boundaries. Just say no. Ask for what you need and prioritize self-care. Establishing a solid daily energy hygiene practice will be key in stepping into your empathic power as well. What adjustments do you need to make in your life to support your own conscious progress? The refined energetic psychology that you possess is typically of the new human design. It is a lighter and more agile, able to adapt to the higher frequency coming into the planet that are necessary for evolution of consciousness. Although you might still be in an anomaly in most societies on Gaia, empaths are destined to become the norm, and you are here to help pave the way. Do not underestimate the power of the example you set for the people in your life simply by being who you are. Being an evolutionary empath does not necessarily mean you must manifest a grandiose vision or have a purpose that resides on a planetary scale. If you also choose the oracle of shine in place, know that change starts from within. The inner work you do to align your actions with your authentic self will make a huge impact on the circle of your family, your work, and your community. Your cosmic mission can purely be to whole yourself, embrace your gifts, own your power, and express your genuine, unique self in every aspect of your life. As your frequency shifts, you contribute to the vibration of the collective and the ascension of humankind. Wow. So there's an incantation of the evolutionary empath. Speak this incantation to fully claim your power as an empath, and anytime you need encouragement. I will read this, but I'm also going to put it in the description box for anyone that wants to write it down or screenshot it or whatever, whenever you need it, it's there. I embrace my sacred destiny, the path that my soul chose for me. With free will, I accept my gifts, and with monumental shifts, oddball, black sheep, weirdo, freak, my character is quite unique. I told you that. These words no longer harm or trigger. I understand why and choose to be bigger. They came from those who did not know. I bless them now and pray they grow. No longer will I be a victim. Empowered purpose will be my dictum. I release the judgment, pain, and sorrow with authentic joy. I seek tomorrow. I know now why I came this way. My life is the ideal resume of experience, skill, perspective, focus. I am the perfect agent of my purpose. My sensitive nature serves the planet. I contribute to a new vibrational template. I sanctify my intuition. I was born to express a cosmic mission. I own the wisdom I've amassed. I am an evolutionary empath. That's amazing, because there even has like the empathic offering came out. Whoa. I love this so much. Oh my God. I know that you could be going through a lot right now, but trust me. Trust me. My videos will help you. They'll help guide you. Oh, Spirit, it's beautiful. Yeah, because you could be living with scarcity right now, but you won't. Yeah, unity. Oh my God, Spirit. Yeah, look, they're offering you a doorway. And I'll tell you, this is a very special card because, see, this is a card that just, see? Delight again. Yeah, you'll be delighted. The things that you're going to learn and experience, it's going to change your whole world. Honestly, it will. Okay, so with that, I'm going to close this reading, and I really hope this finds you well, and I hope you understand the message that they were trying to get you to just open yourself up to hear and receive. And with that, I'm going to bid you a good day, and I hope this video finds you well, like I said, and I'm going to send you all my love and light. Bye, everyone.